Stitch Sprouts is proud to present Technique Tuesday, your weekly source of knitting and crochet tips and tricks. This week, learn how to create a Picot hem. Directions for this hem are sometimes confusing, so I'm going to show you an easy way. First, I've casted on some stitches using a long tail method. Some patterns will have you use a provisional cast on, but I prefer not to do that because it's too fussy. Now I'll work stockinette stitch for 3 rows. For socks, this direction is usually to work 6 rounds. This first group of rows or rounds will be the inside of the hem. If you find your hem is rolling, you can use a smaller needle for this first group of rows, and that should help. After our 3 rows, I'm going to work the eyelet row. For an even number of stitches, you will need to start with a yarn over, then knit 2 together, and repeat that all the way across. If you have an odd number of stitches, you want to start with knit 1, then repeat your yarn over and knit 2 together across. After the eyelet row, we work the same number of rows that we did in the beginning. In our example, we want to work 3 more rows in stockinette. Now you can see we have a field stockinette with a row of eyelets. This eyelet row is our folding row. When we fold the fabric here, it creates these pretty picots. Some patterns will have you simply continue to knit. You will sew the cast-on edge to the wrong side of the fabric during the finishing stage. I'm going to show you how to catch the cast-on row on your next row so that there is less finishing to do later. On our next row, we want to insert our needle into the stitch on the needle, then into the first cast-on stitch, which will be right under the first column of stitches. This first stitch is usually a slip knot if you started with a long tail cast on. Now knit these 2 together by wrapping and drawing through the cast on edge and then through the stitch on the needle. Repeat this all the way across the row, catching one cast-on stitch for every one stitch on the needle and knitting them together. Now we have a pretty picot hem without using a provisional cast-on or having to seam. Thank you for joining us for this Technique Tuesday. If you have any questions about this video or if you want to suggest other techniques for us to demo, leave a comment in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to stay up to date with everything Stitch Sprouts.